your last hearing on January 8th, at which time the defendant entered a written and oral plea of guilty to count 1, aggravated trafficking in drugs, a felony of the 3rd degree, and count 3, trafficking in cocaine, a felony of the 5th degree. The case was then referred for a pre-sentence report and investigation and drug and alcohol evaluation. Those have been completed, and we are here today for purposes of sentencing.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court. I'm going to be brief. I know we had discussions in chambers off the record, but my client is a young woman. She's a mother of 2 young children, does not have a prior criminal history, at least not to the felony level, not to this degree. Your Honor, she was involved in selling drugs, and she's pled guilty to it. She did not profit from this, and I know she's going to say her story, but she has accepted responsibility as far as her being the one that was selling the drugs. Your Honor, she knows she made a stupid mistake. She's very remorseful. She knows that she could spend a lot of time in prison over this, and she's terrified. She cooperated through the whole probation process. She's here today. I think she's going to show the court that she can do what needs to be done, and I don't think this court's ever going to see her in this capacity again. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. France, what do you want to tell me?
Yes, Your Honor. Like you said, I made a stupid mistake. Like, I sold the drugs. I didn't profit off of it, and I've definitely changed my life around since.
What do you mean change your life around?
I started working a good job. I don't go out, hang around people anymore. Like, I just stay to myself and my kids.
Well, who are you hanging around?
Just being at the bars. I was always at the bars. I worked at the bar, so I was always at the bar, drinking here and there.
So before this first sale, it never happened before?
Me selling?
Yeah.
No. No, Your Honor.
Well, I only asked that because I don't believe that, but beyond that, this person you sold to said that they owed you $100 from the last transaction.
No, Your Honor, that's not true.
Okay. So why did you all of a sudden become a drug seller that puts you in peril where there's a presumption you should go to prison on this case? Why did you do that?
The guy had asked me if I could get them for him.
Why did he ask you?
I'm not sure, Your Honor.
How long did you know this guy?
I've known him for like a year or 2.
Okay.
He used to date my friend.
Okay. And so this person suspected that you had access to drugs just out of the blue?
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess not, but if you want to maintain that story, if you don't use drugs, how did you know where to get the drugs?
I just know mutual people that had them, but we were at the bar.
Like who?
Just people, Your Honor, I don't know.
You don't know their names or anything?
No,
You
Your
just
Honor.
you just work at the bar and all these nameless, faceless people, you know, you got to know, and they know where to get drugs. You just decided out of the goodness of your heart, no money involved, to
Yes.
sell drugs to somebody else that you knew for a year, but you don't use drugs at all.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And I know it was stupid. I was stupid.
At Giovanni's?
Yes, Your Honor.
Never any known drug activity at Giovanni's, right? No? You worked there how long?
Like on and off for a year, Your Honor.
And there were no drugs that you knew of in Giovanni's?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I mean, does she really want to do this? I mean, does she really want to do this?
May I have just a brief moment with her, Your Honor?
I don't know what people think when they come in here, but
You're making
seated. All right, I'm going to send you over to Derek. Take over to probation for a drug test, and we'll do this sentencing at some other time.